Welcome to this full body Yin Yang Yoga to connect with yourself. Today we are in Tofino, which many of you tell me is your favorite place in the world, and I'm so glad that we can film here for you. Today is going to be a Yin Yang class, so that means you're going to have 30 minutes of Yin Yoga to build your energy reserves, followed by 30 minutes of Yang Yoga. We're going to be doing Hatha today. For this class, you're going to need 2 blocks and a yoga strap. So we're going to start our class today with butterfly pose. You can do this with your hips slightly elevated if that helps you roll your pelvis over your leg bones more easily, or you can do it right on your mat. So whatever works best for you. So you want your legs in a diamond shape, and you can fill the space with the blocks. You're going to lengthen your spine up nice and tall, roll your pelvis over your leg bones, and fold forward. We're going to be in this pose for 5 minutes. In this pose, you can breathe into your low back and your kidneys to give yourself energy for your practice. Self-connection is about having the confidence and trust that a place of refuge exists and that it exists within us. So confidence, trust, and refuge. We don't have to search for a powerful guru or a meditation center or find the best book or method. Right now, we can simply return to ourselves, to our actual concrete presence in our body, with our breath, in our mind, and our heart. If we have confidence that this were possible in any moment, then we would feel much more at ease with our lives, and we would be at ease and happier when it came to taking care of all our complicated problems. We could do it with less anxiety and stress, and we could have the confidence to trust in our lives. So in this pose, can we rest in the place of refuge of your own presence? And you can say to yourself, may I rest in the sacred place of refuge in my own presence. May I rest in the sacred place of refuge in my own presence. Okay, so take a breath into your body. Come up. And we're going to rest back and feel the flow of chi. So our next Yin Yoga pose is going to be Pigeon. This is a full body yin. And you could take it on your back in figure 4. And I'll give you some other options on your stomach as well. Okay, so you're going to bring your right leg forward, bent. And there's a couple of options here. You can have your back leg straight and fill the space underneath your right buttocks. And if this is still too much in your knees and your ankles, you can also bend your back leg. Okay, so lots of options to keep your knees feeling comfortable, which is the most important thing. And we'll be in this pose for 5 minutes. I'll tell you a funny story here. I usually put my classes on my Kindle, and I packed Tim's Kindle on this hike instead of my Kindle. So that's, if you're wondering why I'm looking at my phone all the time, that's why I was able to pull up my class on my phone, thankfully. Okay, so we're going to be in Pigeon for 5 minutes. And here we want to choose an appropriate edge. And I have a beautiful quote from Norman Blair here. He's written a gorgeous Yin Yoga book called Brightening Our Inner Skies. And he talks about all the principles of Yin in this book just beautifully. And he says that the experience of practicing Yin Yoga might be described as moving with grace, gratitude, recognizing what is, acceptance, curiosity, and effort. Instead of being critical, we are curious. We are curious in how we engage with moments, and there is that effort of exploration. This approach of grace is much sweeter, a much sweeter place to be than that of ambition and striving, of straining to impress, and desperately seeking to improve. So I love how he describes the principles of Yin, including edge. And if you're looking for a Yin Yoga book to read before mine comes out, I definitely recommend his book, Brightening Your Inner Skies. Okay, take a deep breath. I'm going to slowly move out of this pose and we'll just rest on our back to feel the flow of chi. And then you're going to, if you would like to, cross your left ankle over your right leg. You can draw that in there. That'd be a nice version of pigeon, sleeping pigeon. Or you can join me for one of the variations that's prone. So coming onto all fours, draw your left leg forward and your right leg back. And remember, there's a couple of options here as well. You can fill the space between your buttocks and the ground with a block or a cushion. You can also bend your back leg if there's still pressure on your front knee. Okay. So on this side, we're going to focus on being still, the yin principle of being still. So cultivating stillness, let this be an invitation to take refuge in your own presence without constantly seeking movement or change. And in Yin Yoga, the magic is in the stillness, in the non-doing, unlike our day-to-day lives, so that the chi can pool in the bones, the joints, and the meridians, surrendering and letting go, letting gravity and the sensations work their magic. So may I rest in the sacred place of refuge in my own presence. May I rest in the sacred place of refuge in my own presence. Okay, so take a breath. You can start to move mindfully so that you can come into the rebound. That just means resting on your back to feel the flow of chi. Okay, so on your back, we're going to open up your side body with Bananasana. So you're going to take your feet over to the left corner of your mat, side bend over to the left corner of your mat, and then take your arms overhead in whatever position is comfortable for you. You can always prop your arms with a block or bolster. Or hold on to your elbows, whatever you can do to make yourself more comfortable here. And we're going to be in this pose for 5 minutes as well. Okay, in Bananasana, we'll focus on softening. In order to get past the muscles, we can't really be muscling in a pose. So soften to access the deeper connective tissues of the joints and the bones. And particularly in your joints, softening in your shoulders here, your hips, your ankles, your toes. Relax and let gravity help you go further rather than just using your muscles to go further. So this is a practice of surrender in yin. We want all those yin qualities, those feminine qualities of receiving and surrender. And then we stay for a while. And to go back to the theme of this class, and this is where yin is so beautiful, we can use the time when we stay for a while in this class to train for taking refuge in our own presence. You know, even if you're bored, even if your mind is agitated, even if your feelings are overwhelmed, you're always in choice. But there's some things you can do. You can become aware of your breath. You can notice sensations in your body. You can open your eyes and look around. You can know that others feel boredom and overwhelmed too. This is what it feels like to take refuge in your own presence and the interconnection of presence with others in practice. You can rest in a mantra like, may I rest in the sacred place of refuge of my own presence. Okay, so take a breath. And then you can make your way out of this pose and come back to center. And feel the flow of chi. So now we'll do Bananasana on the other side. So you'll take your feet over to the right corner of your mat. And you'll side bend over to the right corner of your mat. And then you can take your arms overhead as well. And you're going to be in this pose for 5 minutes. So self-connection is taking refuge in your own presence, which helps to build trust with yourself and in your life. So really the key words are trust and confidence, resting in the place of refuge in your own presence. So you can repeat to yourself, may I rest in the sacred place of refuge in my own presence. And memorize this phrase and follow its wisdom so you can bring it up anytime you need it. Taking a breath in and a breath out. You can do that anytime, knowing that you can turn to refuge in your own presence. Breathing in, breathing out, feeling your breath, letting go of it easily and gently. So may I rest in the sacred place of refuge in my own presence. Okay, you can take a breath here. Start to make your way out of the pose. Come back to the center and feel the flow of chi. And just notice how you're feeling now compared to the beginning of the class. Notice if you've gathered some chi, some energy for the yang portion of the class as we move into the hatha now. You're going to need your yoga strap, so you can gently retrieve your strap for the first pose, which will be hand to big toe pose. Okay, take your strap. You can place it around the back of your ball of your foot. And you're going to take your right leg in the air. If you have any low back issues, you can keep your left leg bent. If you like, you can extend your left leg. You want to feel sensation down the back of your leg. And then you can take your right leg out to the side so you feel sensation on the inside of your leg. And then you can bring it back center, draw it in again. And cross it over your body. And then you can release your right foot, lower your right leg down, and just feel the difference between the right and left side of your body. And we'll go ahead and hook up the ball of your foot on the left side. Draw your left leg in. You want to feel sensation on the back of your left leg. Again, you can have your right leg bent, or especially if you have low back issues, or your right leg straight, whatever feels best for you. You're always in choice. You can open your left leg out to the side. The bottoms of my feet are dirty because I walk around barefoot a lot, so sorry, walked here barefoot here, sorry. And then bring your left leg in, and you're going to cross it over your body. And back in again. And then you can release that down and just feel that flow of chi. And we'll take a block. And you're going to place your block between your knees. And you're going to press into your feet, lift your hips, and we're going to inhale, take your arms overhead, and exhale them down and around. Inhale overhead, and exhale down and around. Okay, and then you can slowly lower down. And you're going to come back up again. Great. And then you're going to... Okay, I just turned around so that I could find a position that I could do this next one in. You're gonna have your arms and legs together. You're holding the block with your hand, and you're gonna press your... Let's see. Can we do it like this? Yeah, we can. Okay, hold your block and your hands together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to press your right hand into your left knee and extend your left arm into your right leg. Then you're going to switch left hand into right knee and extend the opposite arm and leg. Okay, so this is great so we can have confidence in our own presence. We're working our core strength. Pressing your back into the ground, pressing your block into your opposite knee. Smile. Come back and hold, press everything together. And then you're going to release, shake everything out to release tension. Okay, and then hands behind your knees. You're going to rock yourself up. And we're going to come up onto all fours for cat pose. Okay, so from all fours, we're going to do some cat pose. Exhale, round up through your back, and inhale, arch through your back. And then you're going to take your right leg out to the side. Same thing. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Keep your right leg out to the side. Take your left hand behind your head, elbow to wrist. Inhale, open. And then we'll switch legs. Take your left foot out to the side. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And then take your right hand behind your head, elbow to wrist. Inhale, open. And come back to the center. You can either do this on your hands or your fists. You're going to tuck your toes under, tuck your tailbone under, and you're going to hover your knees off the ground. Breathe into your side ribs, pull your navel up. Push the floor away from you. And then you're going to lower down, sit back on your heels and rest. Okay, from here we're going to come onto your left side. You're going to take your elbow underneath your shoulder, make your body in a straight line, in line with your legs, in line with your body. Bend your knees back. Pull your shoulder back. Lift your torso away till it lifts off the ground. And then you're going to lower down. Let's go ahead and do that on the other side. So your body's in a straight line. You're going to be on your elbow. Your elbow's directly underneath you. Pull it back. Bend your knees back. Lift your torso away until it comes off the ground. And hold. And then you slowly lower down. We're going to come into a downward facing dog. And then you can make your way up to standing. Okay, in this standing position, we're going to work some balancing postures. What could be more fun on this uneven surface with a huge drop? So what we're going to start with is a warrior 3 flow. So you're going to stand on your right leg. You're going to take your left leg up, extend it out in front of you, and then you're going to take it around behind you. So you come into like an airplane warrior 3. And then you're going to bring it back around in front, bend your leg, and lower it down. And then we'll do it on the other side. So you're going to stand on your left leg. You're going to lift your knee up. And you can hold onto a chair or a wall. Extend your leg out in front. And then you're going to take it around behind you. And then you're going to bring it back around. in front. Bend your knee and lower it down. Okay. So let's try that again on each side. So we're going to bend your leg, extend it, take it around behind you. So you're in like this Warrior 3 airplane. And then you're going to bring it back around. Bend your knee and lower it down. We'll try it on the other foot. Bend your leg, extend, take it around behind you. Bring it back around. Knee bends and lower. Good job. And the next one we're going to do, these are called Warrior 3 touchdowns. So what we're going to do with this is you're going to do Warrior 3 with your block. And then you're going to put it down somewhere. Come up. You're going to pick it up. And then you're going to put it down somewhere else. And you're going to see how uneven my surface is. Because my blocks are having a hard time balancing. And you're going to pick it up again. And you're going to put it down somewhere else. And you're going to pick it up again. And we'll put it down somewhere else. And then let's put it down somewhere else again. Pick it up, I mean. Where else can I put it? It's not going to tumble. Put it down again. And pick it up. Okay, so let's do that on the other foot. Okay, now you're going to stay on the other foot. We'll do touchdowns again and pick it up. So now you're going to put it down in a different spot. That was cheating. Okay, put it down in a different spot. Okay, another spot. Okay, good job. Okay, so those were the Warrior 3 touchdowns. So the next thing we're going to do are Warrior 3 I don't know, around the worlds we'll call them. So you're going to be going around the world with your legs while you're in Warrior 3. So you're going to come into your Warrior 3. I should have called this Warrior 3 class. And then you're going to take your block and bring it around your leg.
If you're going to fall, that's the way to fall.
Okay, good. And then let's do it on the other side. Good job. All right. Let's have a little forward fold to smooth out our chi, to give our brains a chance to relax. You're going to just massage down the backs of your legs when you're in your forward fold, okay? So let's come into standing forward fold. Massage up the fronts of your legs. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is called Shiva squat. Okay, so this is kind of another variation on warrior threes. What you're going to do is you're going to come into warrior three, but you're going to put your hands on the floor in front of you. You're going to find a spot where your foot's happy. Okay, so you're going to come into leg up behind you, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bend your front leg and extend. Bend and extend. Okay, let's try that on the other leg. I'm actually going to turn around because I think I'm going to be able to bend my leg more if my foot is elevated than if the slope is going this way. Okay, so we're going to put our hands on the ground, take our leg in the air. Okay, and then you're going to bend, extend. Okay, and you can come up. Whew. Okay, let's just soothe our nervous system again with those forward folds. So come in to the forward fold. And just rub your belly. Okay, standing on your left foot, holding on to your right leg, opening up into dancer. And then we'll switch. Okay, so you can release that from your body. We're going to come to a seated position. Okay, you can sit on a meditation cushion, a block, or a chair, whatever is most comfortable for you. And we're going to do some eagle's arms. So you can bring your left arm up, you can bring your right arm together, hook it underneath, or palms together maybe. Let's just take them up and down a few times. and rotating. And you can release that down. Just notice how that feels. And then you can bring your right arm up and either bring your left hand up to meet it, hook the left arm underneath, or bring the palms together. We'll just start by bringing it up and down. And then add rotations. And you can release that down. Notice how you're feeling. Just noticing how even though we did all those balancing poses can really make me feel connected with myself, even though they're hard. Feel really presence with myself, powerful presence. We're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. You can bring your right hand up, close right underneath that cartilage at the top of your nose. You're going to breathe in through your left nostril. When you close your left, feel the breath, the prana go to all the cells of your body, and as you pause for a moment, and then breathe out through your right. Breathe in through your right nostril. Same thing here, you close both nostrils, pause, and you feel that prana flow to all the cells of your body. And then you breathe out through your left nostril. So breathe in left. Pause and soak in all that chi. Let it go to all the cells of your body. Breathe out right. Breathe in right. Visualize all that chi going to all the cells of your body. And breathe out left. Okay, let's continue this for a few more moments at our own breath rhythm. So the next time you breathe out through the left nostril, you can lower your hand down and just pause and notice how you feel. Notice if you feel a powerful presence connected with yourself. You can hear that it's really sweet. There's two young boys, they're adolescents. They wouldn't want to be called sweet or cute, but they are. And they're watching the waves come in on the rocks down there, and they're coming up really big, and they're cheering every time the waves come up. And they've had to really climb to get to where they are, which is really sweet too. Okay, so just taking that feeling of self-connection, connection with all of life, with each other, with the sympathetic joy of being together in practice, and with the joy of being connected with nature, which we're part of. And when you feel ready, you can finish your practice seated, or you can rest back for Shavasana. And I have a poem for you in Shavasana. This poem is called New Trust by Rosemary Watola Traumer. When the tiny white feather floats above me in 17B, when the full rainbow appears as I drive from the airport, when I feel inside me a swelling, an opening door, the rational part of me says it's just coincidence. But another part of me wades deep in the currents of mystery until I float on the waves of what I do not understand. They swirl me between worlds, carry me homeward. When a tiny white feather floats above me in 17B, when the full rainbow appears as I drive from the airport, when I feel inside me a swelling, an opening door, the rational part of me says, it's just coincidence. But another part of me wades deep in the currents of mystery until I float on the waves of what I do not understand. They swirl me between worlds and carry me homeward. So gradually allow your breath to deepen. You can wiggle and stretch out and start to make your way up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me for this Yin Yang Yoga class. I'd love it so much if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribed, and put I connected with myself in the comments. It really helps us, and it's just an easy way that you can help us support the channel, help other people find us, and yeah, it's just a free way that you can support us, so we really appreciate it. Sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as the Pacific Ocean. May it be as rooted as the old growth trees in the forest, and may it be as strong as the mountains.